Good morning. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. The very first thing I start to hear as I go to click record is an airplane. So, that might be important for somebody. Or maybe some kind of travel. Yeah, I just felt called to do one today. It is a Saturday. I did 2 weekend tarot readings, but I feel called to do one today. Something that might need like an immediate attention is what it feels like, but I don't want to give it this this title of like right here, right now. So it might be like something you're asking a question. It feels more like answering a question, asking a question, getting an answer to a question. You kind of need the answer right now. I heard approval, like you may need the approval right now, whatever that may be. So let's go ahead and dig in. I'll figure out whether this is going to be like a general tarot read. You know, I haven't done a coffee and tarot in a while. I could put it under that category. Let's just pan this out, and by the time you see the reading, you're going to know what category we're going to put it in. Right now, though, as it stands, as I'm reading, I'm not sure. So I'm going to go ahead and dig in. First, as a friendly reminder, you are a sovereign being over your life, which means you get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. I cooked bacon, like it wasn't funny. And so that basically means don't Cinderella shit to make it fit, okay? All right, that's some good coffee. Okay, so we're going to start with Sun Night Tarot. Fantastic. There may be a question you need an answer to, but the answer may be like, I need it now. So like it feels, it may be a little bit more than just an answer. Like it's kind of like a decision, but the decision leads to something tangible for you right now or something like that. So like, yeah, it feels a bit both. So let's just dab in. And I tell you, I got these dang cats. And they love to shit in my yard. Ding dong. Like, I don't want to be stepping in their crap. Like, it's not even funny. God. They all poop right by my back door, y'all. We're not right back to it, like not right up on it, but like you can literally walk out like 3 feet. So anytime I'm trying to go out there, I'm like, and it's these things, I swear to God, irritates the living shit out of me. Go poop somewhere else. Of all the places. I don't know why I'm going on a rant about cat poop. Well, I do know why I'm going on a rant. But anyways, all right. So what's the answer? I almost said what's the question. What's the answer? Someone's needing an answer. Okay. Oh, there's 2. There was something hidden behind. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups. And I really thought it was just the Knight of Cups, and I touched it and it moved. And so there's something hidden underneath or under the surface maybe. 5 of Swords. So there is something that you're contemplating that you need the answer. Like maybe not having the answer. It's almost like the answer is in the doing, right? So let's say an approval, like I hate to go to low-hanging fruit like this, but it is a topic in the United States right now. Let's say you need a blood transfusion, but you need the approval. You need the, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, well, what's the answer? Like, am I going to get an answer? Is it today? Because it's like there's the answer to the question leads to something tangible that you are needing. So there's a need here. It's one that has you up in your head. I feel like mental conflict trying to figure this out. But then we have the Knight of Cups. And so there's something definitely unknown with this scroll being rolled up. And you're trying to get, I feel like there's some kind of like, it's all coming down to the crown and he's about to partake in this. They're pointing out the fact that he's not on the horse, meaning that he is not going towards something. He's it's like something that you will take and use. Because it's like he needed water. And so he took his cup and he dipped it and now he's drinking from it, right? It's like, so he is something that will, like he's quenching his thirst. So something that you are lacking that you desperately need. They said, don't say desperately. Okay, fine. It's something that you don't have that you need. But I feel like time is of the essence. Like you need something right now. But it's kind of like, I don't know why there's this permission or this asking for it. And it could just be you seeking from spirit. Is this going to happen? You know what I mean? And if yes, then it needs to happen right now kind of thing. Or it could be literally asking for approval of something. But whatever it is, like, I mean, because the idea is he was willing enough to get up off his horse and get into the water. He needed this. They're just bringing the idea of being dehydrated and how that can lock up all your systems and how that can create other problems. And it's like, I really needed this. It's refreshing. It's replenishing. So you may need something to replenish something. Let's find out. You feel stuck. Don't know which way is up, is what they just said. I don't know which way is up. So maybe you're like, maybe I need to improve on something, or maybe I feel like up means something here. Like, I know that's a colloquial saying, but it's like, every which way is up, but up. What did I say earlier? I'm trying to figure out what is the self-imposed limitation in this situation, though. She's covering her face as if she's afraid. Like, this isn't a blindfold. She's almost like intentionally, that's her hand. She could remove it, right? It's not like her hands are tied and that she couldn't remove the, whatchamacallit. If whatever is blinding her from seeing this, it's like there is this, I'm too afraid to see the answer. I'm too afraid to look. Your fear is holding you back. Okay. Three of Swords. And your fear is the one that's creating this difficulty. They just said it again. I've had this before with this one. 2 truths and a lie. The lie is a thing that is hurting and harming you. And there's 2 truths. And then there's this justice. It's like, it's kind of like what you believe will determine, because we have the egg over here. And it's funny because Alpha and Omega. Omega is the end. The end is the beginning. The beginning is the end. And it's kind of like the ending brings about a new beginning. I'm trying to figure this one out. All right, let's deep dive. Oh, deep dive. Oh, did I really say that? Let's dive into this and find out. We're gonna use Golden Universal clarity on each one of these things. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, clarify the Five of Swords is a 5 of Cups. Is something, because things have gone wrong before, you're afraid of it? I don't feel like that's right. I don't think it's that simple. I don't think it's that simple. Like, something's gone wrong and you're so focusing on that which has gone, like the bad. I feel like you are in a pickle. You're in a pickle and you're so flabbergasted, or like, how did I get here? That you don't see the solution because he hasn't turned around to see the 2 cups. And so you're dissecting the problem. It's like, You know, a Virgo will try to come up with, okay, if this happens, then I'll do X, Y, Z, da, 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 da. And you come up with a million ways that you can react instead of just... And at the center of every solution is the problem. Okay, we're going to go back to this. This is something that we studied in social work, or I did extensively, that the way to find the way out of a problem is not to look at the problem, but to look at other things that have worked before. So it's kind of like building on things that have worked or ways that you know are productive versus studying the problem thinking you're going to find the solution. Sorry, it's called positive inquiry. Look it up. They want me to read just a little bit about it for you to help give you an idea, which I feel like I just described it, but I guess maybe a definition or something like that would be helpful. Why is my phone so damn slow? It's so irritating. They have books about this, guys. Okay, so, oh, sorry, it's called appreciative inquiry. That's why they wanted me to look at kind of positive inquiry. Whatever. Appreciative inquiry is a positive approach to change that focuses on what's working well and how to build on it. Okay, so it focuses on strengths, it promotes collaboration, it encourages creativity, and it helps to create like a shared vision. And this is the appreciative inquiry. I'm saying, no wonder they wanted me to appreciative inquiry. I did a whole, right? I know I did. I'm like, I did all kind of, I had a major focus in my master's for this, and I'm like over here calling it the wrong fucking thing because my brain's just not braining. So the process involves discovery, exploring what's currently working and what the strengths are in that. So what does work? Rather than, if you're looking at a scenario, what things do work in this scenario, okay? In this problem that you're facing. Dream, imagining a positive vision of what could be, and design, debating possibilities that have been created in the dream phase and how they could be made real. That's not exactly, that's what happens when you read the AI version of it. So appreciative inquiry is a model that seeks to engage stakeholders in self-determined change according to define, discover, dream, design, and destiny. See, it's appreciative inquiry, but some people do call it positive inquiry. Motherfucker has to. So, okay, at least I'm not totally dumb. Anyways, I'm not going to go into, that is kind of funny though, that you may have thought you got the wrong thing. So they're like, look it up. And I'm like, why do I got to look it up? I know what I'm talking about. They're like, shut up. So it can be called either, I knew I pulled that, I didn't pull it from my ass. Like, so, you know, positive or appreciative inquiry. But there are books on appreciative inquiry, okay? Which, and when you're looking at what is working, it's not just looking at your situation, but if you're facing outcomes that you do not want, you can also look to other people, places, things, situations, and determine what has worked for them, right? And then it's like, and recognizing what your strengths are, and then connecting the two, right? So anyways, but right now you're just looking at the negative. You're looking at the despair and how something has fallen apart or the outcome isn't what you wanted, and you don't really know. And so you try to keep dissecting the outcome. Like, you're dissecting the outcome, not even the problem. So just saying, you're dissecting the outcome thinking you're going to find the solution, but you're not. So let's say that. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. And I would say time to partake in what does work, what would replenish you, the positive that has occurred, and building upon that. Okay, so Knight of Cups though. Knight of Cups is, this is building. This is the building on and expanding. I want another one though. What types of, if this is money, they're like, what have you done that's gotten you results before when it comes to money? I don't think that what they mean is necessarily like, oh, I was at such and such a job that I really hated and I can go back to that. It's kind of like, what did you do? What was the skill set that really, you know what I'm saying? Or like, how can it be applied in a new way? Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. That's not. Tell me about the Knight of Cups, Three of Pentacles, please. Okay. Queen of Cups. I get the sense, I'm getting both your intuition and when you are spreading some sort of love and cheer. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's when. And I feel like saying if you can employ your intuition more. I mean, he is partaking from waters, which would indicate your spiritual knowing, your intuition. This may be work that requires more care, compassion, and intuition. You working from that versus your logical side. Because again, I know that we got the three, or usually a blindfold, but the blindfold is actually here. And it's going with what feels, she sees leaning more towards one truth. Okay. That is the quickest route. That is the quickest route. What about the Eight of Swords? I am feeling resistance on this. It's like, or doubt, maybe. Doubt of that. Okay, let's move on to the Eight of Swords. I can't get away from this. I feel like somehow someone's like, that's not worked for me before. I feel more drawn to a particular thing. We'll explore from another deck. Eight of Swords, please. Eight of Swords. Jesus. A lot of like, the Eight of Swords is the Eight of Cups. It's time to walk away from that either self-doubt or self-limiting belief or fear. Okay. Like, I mean, that sounds very, okay, because you're sabotaging yourself. You're the one that's sabotaging yourself. It's like self-sacrificial in a way. The more you hold back, the more you sacrifice yourself. You're trying to dissect the outcome rather than find a solution. I don't know if they would agree. That's the problem. I don't know if you would agree. Like, you are holding yourself back from being abundant, replenished, nourished. Okay? Give me the... I'm going to wait. Three of Swords, please. Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Two truths and a lie. Feeling. And you're believing more in the lie than you are... See, now the Knight of Pentacles came out and it flipped out reverse, and so did the Page of Cups. Knight of Pentacles would be not believing something's a viable, stable option. Page of Cups is not believing that you'll be financially supported. Because with Page of Cups, it's, I love this. I may love it. I may enjoy it. It may be fulfilling, but I'm looking for the fish, which is the abundance, the monetary support. So if you're believing that something can't monetarily support you, or that it can't be stable and secure, that's the lie. What are the truths? What are the two truths? That it's merely a choice, and that you can choose to pick up this passion of yours. So might is obviously got to be a passion of yours to a certain degree, that you can start now and build it. You don't believe you can build it to be sustainable enough. That's why the Knight of Pentacles was in reverse. And because you lack the belief that it'll be able to reach a particular level that you desire, you have hesitancy towards it. So you project onto it that it can't even help you in the short term. Like, I need an answer. Should I do this? I need an answer. Is this going to get me what I want? And that's an indication that you may believe there's something about it you feel would be short-lived. You don't actually think that it is something that will nourish you and keep you replenished and be abundant. Because look at this. It's like there's a cup, but he's got enough that he can drink for ages. He would never go dry. He would never, you know what I mean? And the Three of Pentacles is about something that can be built into an empire. And that's where you lack faith. And because you believe that there's some kind of glass ceiling or cap on something, you hyper focus on, it's not worked out before, it's not done this. Like, oh, I think what it is that you don't see something as a solution to this that is, because you feel like it would be a short-lived, it's not capable of living up to the expectations that you want to permanently lift you out of a particular situation. And it is something that you love, that you nurture, that you feel that you want to nurture, and that when you intuitively tap in, you feel drawn to. And it's like, yes, that, like, all of that is the answer. That's the communication coming from Spirit. Spirit's answering you in the way that you feel about this, but you don't see how it could be. Like, you're looking at what you're facing right now, and you feel like you need a bigger solution to whatever outcome you're looking at right now. And they're like, that is the solution. But the reason why you won't see it as such is because you believe there's a cap to it. Like, I'll just end up back here again because it's not enough to lift me up out of something permanently. Okay? And that's a deep-seated fear that you have. That is a deep-seated fear. And so you believe in the fear. You believe in the subconscious fear that it won't, that it'll just lead you right back here. Like the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning is the end. And it's like, but I'll just end up right back here. It's like you're worried about repeating a cycle. Something that is the answer, you look at it because you don't think it has any long-term potential. Or maybe that's the problem, is that it would take too long. And you think, but I have this right here, right now. So I'm going to stare at this problem. But that has been the problem. You've let the problem or the negative outcome consume you and stop you from enacting and partaking and drinking from the solution. Tell me about the Justice card. Oh, Jesus, look at that. Oh, hello. Spirit has been trying to give this to you. The financial solution is in your creativity, in your, I don't know why I just heard your artistry. That is where your success lies. Spirit, they are expecting an immediate response. And I remember in the beginning feeling like you need approval. Like you're like, okay, so first off, you're like, I need somebody to tell me yes. It's like you won't start the solution until you know it can do something more immediate, is what it feels like. But then again, you don't have confidence in it being able to do something immediate. It's a double-edged sword. I feel like you're like, that would either take too long, and so it wouldn't be able to do, it's not a solution for the right here, right now, because I need something right here. Because it's like almost like a yes, like, are you going to give me a solution? And they're like a yes, but then you can't get it right now. And then I also feel like they're like, I feel like you, not them, you are also like, but if it has, if it does something immediately, it wouldn't be sustainable for a long term. Like Jesus, you're projecting something onto that, projecting certain beliefs. And what if the two truths are, it can address something immediate and it can be a long term? Like, you can build, expand, and partake in this long term. It is a long-term solution and a short-term solution. And the only thing that is wrong is the fear. The only lie that you're believing is the fear that it won't be either of those things. And that keeps you in this sense of despair. So the justice is, so they're giving me the idea of Omega being the end, Alpha and Omega, the beginning to the end. And then the egg being over the end. It's like every time it's like every level at which this expands, you will begin again. Like there's always new ways to expand this. There will always be a new beginning if something ever ends. And so it's one of those things where it's like, it's a false belief. It's a lie to think that this can't go beyond. That this isn't the short and long-term solution. It is both. The truth is, it is both. And tell me what this is about. Tell me what this is. Tell me what the solution is that because it is something you have love for. It's something that you are intuitively drawn to, and it is something that it's creative in nature, but you can build upon it. You can expand it. And you feel naturally drawn to. It allows you to feel replenished. And then in turn, it replenishes others. It's just a matter of choosing that. I feel like saying taking up the torch and allowing that fire to grow. Allowing it to grow. Okay, so what is this thing? Can you give me? Thank you. Not Sunlight Tarot, that's the first one. Starman Tarot. I just heard how immediate. Like, it's like you want, it's almost like you're like, will this do it? Like, I feel like somebody wants a yes or an approval or an answer. Like, you're asking a question, you want an answer, but it's almost like, okay, Spirit, tell me what will fix this, give it to me now, and then you want that to fix it right now. So it's like saying, I am sick. Can this be treated? Yes, give me the treatment. I want to fix it now. Like, I feel like saying, like, will I feel better by the end of the day? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that. It's like if something is making it feel very immediate or time sensitive. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. You put effort into whatever this is, because this is something I feel is well developed. There might be some work that's required, but it leads to your freedom. You just have to truly decide. You got to be decisive. And the King of Swords always indicates a decision that requires action. Like, otherwise it's just a thought. Like, I feel like you have, you know, the King of Swords doesn't toy with ideas. He is decisive and he follows through with his decisions. Okay, so what is this that they, tell me about the Knight of Cups that he wants to, I'm thinking of the Kings, that they want to participate in, that they want to partake in. That is the solution. Tell me about the solution. Tell me about the solution. Tell me about the solution itself. We have the Empress. And it's something that you have cultivated over time, that you're very well versed in. I feel like saying you are pregnant with potential in. You're a natural with. That if shared, because the World card can be about the sharing and the expression of that. And we do have the typewriter here, which is coded. It's almost like it's coded within your DNA. It's a natural talent of yours. What was that one again? Old lady syndrome. And it says no control. So it's the idea of, because, you know, this is something, the World card also gives me the idea of it's something that people want, desire. It's in high demand. You just have to be willing to put it on display, like share it, and you will get your wish. You will be utterly fulfilled. But it's something that you've cultivated, grown, nurtured, and that you are abundant in as far as talent and capacity, and it's meant to be shared. And in that, you find your wish fulfillment. So how do they share this? Let's talk about the World card. How do they share this? Allow yourself to enjoy it. Allow yourself to indulge in it. Allow yourself to be playful with it. It just doesn't feel like you let yourself indulge in it. And it's like believing in something with no bounds. Because as a child, would you look at something as if I can be Spider-Man? Of course I can be Spider-Man. That's what I want to, like, there's no bounds to it. And you are currently, obviously, with Eight of Swords, binding it and binding yourself with what you think of this. The lies that you buy into. Three of Swords. You allow your confusion to fuel the fears. The lie. Truth and a lie. And you need to follow your truth. Son of a biscuit eater. Six of Swords is allowing yourself to do this. What would be the best way to execute that? And I say that in the most positive way. I don't mean that in a negative way. Like, if it's sharing something with the world, what is the best way to do that? You're abundant with this. You have so much to be shared and expressed. You know, they did not say money, but it feels like it just is very, very reminiscent of, like, this is a difficulty surrounding money. It really, really does. And it's kind of like, but I need an answer now. I need a solution now. And you're looking at something like it's neither the short term nor long term. The world, you have to take action. I was like, how do they share this world? Take action. Choose to take action and then do it. It's the King of Swords again. You haven't really decided until you act upon it. So with gusto too, right? Like this isn't the temperance card or whatever where the star card where they put their little pinky toe in it. You full throttle, right? Full throttle. That kind of sounds a certain way. You just dive right in and you take action. How do they share this? 8 of Cups. And you have to leave behind your current modus operandum, or whatever that fucking saying is, because they said it in my head, and then it's like, whatever, modum operatum, what is the fiber? Like your current mode of operation, okay? The way that you're approaching things, which again, not focusing on the problem, but diving into the solution, taking action, diving into taking action. You have to leave your uncertainty and just move towards this. Does it mean that they can just ignore this, Spirit? Does it mean just ignore the problem, the difficulty, the outcome of whatever, just to ignore it? Is that what it is? Oh, Lord of mercy. I cannot to save my life, guys. I'm trying to hold on. 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Ten of Pentacles comes when you quit fighting something, when you quit fighting yourself, when you quit splitting yourself between multiple actions. Tell me more about the 5, when you quit fighting this. The 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. Rapid, focus, and things aligning. Tell me about the 5 of Wands. It just doesn't feel that simple, but it is. 5 of Wands is the 5 of Pentacles. I knew it. Do we have every fucking 5 out here? We do. We have the 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. This is change. You have to change your approach. It's almost like a little fire over here happened, or a little accident over here happened, and you're studying what has spilled, and the liquid on your hardwood floors is causing damage. It's like having a leak in your house and going, oh my God, like, do I do this? Do I do, like, there's this, the contemplation period is what's causing you to have problems. Instead of just moving and taking action on, but again, like I said, you haven't seen whatever this is as the actual solution, and they're like, it is the solution. It is the solution. Because this just feels like fighting life, and like life being chaotic, and it's because something is lacking. Should you really be contemplating, how can I bring money in, looking at all the different scenarios and situations versus taking some kind of action on something? It's like you think about it and you dissect it, 5 of Swords, so much so that you are literally just so immersed, and then you get bogged down by the emotions and you're taking no action whatsoever. Four of Pentacles, a very stubborn, holding back energy. So the solution is obviously something, Queen of Cups, something that they feel intuitively drawn to, something that they have a love of, that they feel replenished with, right? So tell us more about that, Spirit. Tell us more about this intuitive solution, this action to be taken. About the Queen of Cups. You are so guarded against it. Look, I asked about the Queen of Cups, and they're like, you have a wall up to doing this. it's a gift or a talent that you feel compelled to. I feel like you look at it like it's not a short or long-term solution to what you are currently facing, because maybe the world around you has taught you that it's not. That might be another lie. Or because you feel like if it was, then how did I end up in this situation? If it had that type of power to be the solution, then how did I end up in this situation to begin with? You are guarded against following your natural talents, following your intuition, and indulging in that and cultivating that and caring and nurturing that and letting that guide you. You are somehow protective against that. Why are they protective against that? Is it because they're in this situation and they feel like if that was the answer, they wouldn't be here to begin with? You feel very much like you love this, like it's in alignment with you. You may have chosen this before or attempted this, or you thought, I don't know, sometimes when we think something's so in alignment, it's just going to come so without effort. I don't know. But there was a tower moment that changed your perspective. You've had a tower moment in your life somehow that changed your perspective. For some of you, you had a past relationship, and I'm going to tell you, this past relationship didn't necessarily sow seeds of doubt in this passion, this talent, this gift. It was the relationship in and of itself, and its failure and its difficulties that sowed so many, that was like traumatic for you. And it changed perspectives, period. And so maybe you lack trust following your heart, and that's now impacting your gifts, your talents. Like, especially if you felt your intuition led you to this relationship, that your intuition has led you to. And that's what the thing is. It's like you felt guided spiritually, intuitively, very naturally to a lot of things before. And you felt like, you know, kind of like how the Two of Swords, where she was kind of intuitively leaning towards something. And those were major tower moments in your life. And it has now made you cautious and guarded of being the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups has a very divine connection with spirit. Has a very solid, unobstructed one. And so there may be a lack of trust towards either your intuition, spirit, and I feel like some of you may not, no, I totally, why don't you follow it? Because deep down there is a distrust. Why don't you embody this wholly, completely? Because deep down there's a distrust. It changed the way you saw things. The way you looked at being in alignment. The way you looked at feeling the draw to something. The way you looked at your guidance and intuitive nudges, and it changed. And you have been on a pause as a result. It's time to clear that out. The Ace of Swords is about a clear path. It is cutting away all those things that obstruct us. It is seeing the truth of a situation. You let something that was in alignment with you before, you let love obstruct your heart. And now there's a lack of trust within yourself, within spirit. And that's stopping you. It's time to start new. It's time to take a risk. It's time to be the fool again. It's time to find your way back home to the self. And be your magical self again. The Starman is the magician in this deck. They are capable. there is a sense of leap of faith, and they do want me to read really quickly for you. So I just feel like somebody has a very imminent need. A very imminent need. And they're like, yeah, but today, it'll be the answer today. You may be facing something in this very moment as a result. And it is strong that you feel like it wouldn't address something short term, and you're not so sure about it doing something long term. The Sacred Clown. He's touched by everything and damaged by nothing. Seeing the cosmic joke, the ultimate illusion, where we see limitation, fear, and pain. At once, both innocent and dangerous, his fire pokes holes in the things that you take too seriously. He puts a pin into the puffed up balloon of your story, the triumphs and woes of the past, the projected fears of the future, because he understands the primordial energy of nature is beyond good and evil, beyond human ideas of right and wrong. Joy and pain are united, two sides of the same coin. He is the enlightened player of the game of life, the contrarian, the challenger of convention. He gave me full permission to risk and dance at the creative edge. The provocative spirit of the Sacred Clown travels through each card of the Starman Tarot, twisting things around and turning them on their head. Christ the Sacred Clown mocked orthodoxy. Buddha mocked ego attachment, while Gandhi mocked money and power. He invites you to risk big, that you must risk the sting and bite of life to experience its true wonder. The yoga provokes, prods, and startles you out of the hypnotic dance of a monkey mind. He invites you to live in the exciting potential and freedom of each moment. He bids you to be aware that you are not the stream of fear and desire endlessly surfacing, but rather the expansive freedom in which these issues appear and disappear. When you say I, you are referring to your story. Your story is not true. The burdens you have carried for so long can be put down because they never belong to you. Something new awaits you on unexplored paths, so step into life fearlessly. Renew, refresh, and rebirth yourself. And I think the idea is when you are studying and dissecting the outcome or problem of something that you're trying to fix, that is the burden you need to put down. You can't see it as a solution because you're staring at the problem. And I think that we are going to start a new series because I've done this before, 2 truths and a lie. And I think that this is both short and long-term solution, and the lie is the fear that history will just repeat itself. That if it was a solution, you never would have been here to begin with, and that's a lie. There's something in that. Your fear is the lie. Your distrust of yourself, of spirit. The lie that you've embedded in yourself, that because of something that you've encountered before, where you allowed yourself to be utterly vulnerable and connect with another and to be divinely guided, and then because it ended in a tower moment, that somehow it's meant to change your perspective on your own intuition, on your divine guidance, on your heart. And the fact that this lie is piercing the heart tells me you don't trust your own heart. You don't trust your own intuition. You fear acting on this solution. The reason why, the fact that you think that it's not a short-term or a long-term solution, is that or it's not an immediate solution and it's not a long-term, is because of the pain that it has caused when trusting in your own divinity and intuition led you to encountering a tower moment. You allowed yourself to convince yourself that you can no longer, because of that moment, because of that time, that you cannot trust it ever again. That you should be wary and on guard in regards to that. That wearing your heart on your sleeve and believing is wrong. So, but see, that's a burden that only you can put down. Spirit can't do that one for you. All right, I hope you have a positive and wonderful weekend. I hope this finds whoever it's meant for, and I will see you guys later this week.